Hey everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode in the series Donna Summer, The Geffen Years, which is also subtitled Donna Summer, The Geffen Years, back to Casablanca, which is now Polygram, which is now Mercury, and then back to Geffen. So today we are talking about this very, very difficult time that Donna Summer had. She was in a lawsuit with Casablanca, and once it was bought over by Polygram, they called her up and they said, "Hello, Miss Donna Summer, guess what? You owe us an album." Imagine that. And so Donna Summer thought about it. She even thought about repairing with Giorgio Moroder because although Geffen didn't want her to, this time she could do what she wanted. But she thought about it and prayed and thought about Michael O'Martian, who was just like her, a born-again Christian. And so she asked to work with him, and they made her biggest hit in 10 years. The album She Works Hard for the Money. Look how gorgeous she looks, photographed by Harry Langdon. And the whole album was number 9 on Billboard, but the song She Works Hard for the Money, or SWHFTM, like I like to call it, was number 3. Huge hit, and the 15th most played song in all of 1983. So this song was the very last song that she recorded, and the last song that was written for this album, but it became the title track, and also it graced the cover. Now what happened is Donna Summer was at a Grammy party, and when she went an after party, she went to the ladies' room and saw an attendant there that was sleeping, even though there was very loud music coming from a television. And so she thought to herself, this poor woman, is so tired. She really works hard for the money. And then she thought, that's it. That's the title to a song. And with O'Martian, they went together and they wrote this fabulous song. Now, I don't know if you're like me, but many times there have been songs where for many years I thought the lyrics were one thing and they were completely the opposite. Well, this is one of those times. I always thought that Donna Summer said, I met her there in the corner stands and she's wondering where she is. And actually what she says is, Onetta there in the corner stands. So Onetta is the lady, the actual lady that she saw. Her name is Onetta Johnson, and she is on the back cover of the album because that's just how gracious Donna Summer is. She gave her the back cover of the album, and Onetta Johnson agreed. Oops, I have no more batteries. That song was a huge hit, and Donna Summer opened the Grammys with that song, wearing the cute little waitress outfit that she wore quite a bit to promote this album. The second song is Stop, Look, Listen. It may remind you of a song that Diana Ross sang with Marvin Gaye. Stop, look, listen to your heart, hear what it's saying, love. Well, here it's the same words, but completely different meaning. Here she is really saying, stop, look, and listen to your heart and help your fellow man who is in need. This album is very inspirational. And the third song is called He's a Rebel, and it is about Jesus Christ. He's the rebel, and it is a rock song, and it's absolutely beautiful. It has a very strong guitar and bass, and it's just absolutely incredible. The fourth song is called Woman. It's an ode to being a woman. You're a woman and you've got the right to be one. And I really believe that this could have been a hit single. It didn't come out as a single. The follow-up song is Unconditional Love. She shares the vocals with Musical Youth. They're an English group. They were famous for the song Pass the Dutchie, which was a hit when I was a young man. Bruce Sodano, Donna Summer's husband, has also penned some of the songs. All the songs written by Donna Summer, either with Michael O'Martian or by herself and with Bruce Sodano. This song was issued as a single, and it was a huge hit in the UK. all over Europe, and it was also a big hit in America as well. Very, very cute song, a little bit of a reggae vibe, and it can remind you of the song Living in America, which was on the President album, because there's the choir of young voices, very young voices, but this time she really hits the mark, and it's really a hit song. It stays in your head. Then Love Has a Mind of Its Own, which is a duet, even though she doesn't credit it as a duet, with Matthew Ward, who is a Christian rock singer, and with one of the most phenomenal voices you can imagine. The hair on the back of your curl fur coat stands when you listen to his voice, but the way Donna Summer envelops his voice and just sings with him without ever overpowering, and he even has some of the highlights of the song. She really gives him a lot of room, but that song is just amazing. For me, one of the greatest duets of our time, really one of the greatest duets. It came out as a single, was not hugely successful, but I can almost understand, because it's such a particular song. It's a song that it cannot appeal to the masses. You really, when you listen to that song, it really just lifts your heart. Just absolutely beautiful. Love Has a Mind of Its Own. Perhaps one of my favorite Donna Summer songs. It's just so, so beautiful. Tokyo and People, both written by Donna Summer as well. Very, very new wave. Here you know that Donna Summer has worked for most of her career with Giorgio Moroder, because he really could have produced these two songs. And I think, I don't know what he thought of them, but he could really be proud of his pupil, because it's so well done. The songs are so well written, and Donna Summer is really an extraordinary writer for music. I mean, when you listen to the words, they're just really fantastic. And she started a little bit late. She didn't write the very first songs, but that she recorded. But here, she's really, really incredible. I mean, everything she writes, really beautiful, beautiful lyrics, and absolutely not dated. I listened to this album recently, and I really thought these songs could come out today. And the very last song is I Do Believe, I Fell in Love. I Fell in Love is in brackets, so the real title is I Do Believe. And Donna Summer, in these last years, you will notice a pattern. Her very last song is always a religious song, whether it's I Believe in Jesus or Forgive Me, which is on the next album we'll talk about. This song was featured in Stranger Things, so to a whole new audience, very, very young people who discovered this song. And it is, to me, the sequel to I Feel Love. It's got that kind of space oddity vibe. It's, the voice is just absolutely beautiful, but it's out there in space, and the music is just absolutely miraculous. I adore this album, an incredible album of 9 fabulous songs, and Donna Summer is back on top, because she was one of the greatest artists of the planet. I think I've said this before, but when she would come to France and she would perform on TV shows, a lot of people would ask, what do you mean Donna Summer, the real Donna Summer? Because to the French people, Donna Summer was a type of music. They didn't believe it was a real person, because she was that powerful. I Feel Love and Love to Love You Babe had left such an impact that people didn't think it was a real person. They thought it was a group or just a sound. So that is, what Donna Summer has left. On this album, I must say, she is at the height of her beauty, but of her vocal capacities, and she's had a beautiful voice all the way up to the end of her very young life. But here, it's just absolutely miraculous. And I heard in one interview somebody say that when they worked with her recording, it was always effortless. And it's really the word that comes to you. It just sounds like it's just so easy. But she just makes it look easy. It's not that easy. I'll see you next week for an album called Cats Without Claws, but by that time I will have grown mine jungle red, if you know what I mean. See you next week.